Hi guys, today I am making a stoat as a companion for Miss Townsend. As you can see, I'm applying some finger condoms, also known as finger cots, and it really helps to not create fingerprints in your polymer clay. So I'm just shaping things. I made a little armature to build on, and I've just gone forth and begun shaping him. I am not a perfectionist. I wish I was. Everything's lopsided. Everything is asymmetrical for me. But it still kind of creates a viable and lovable little character. I'm kind of in a state of mourning because of the TikTok ban. My 11.5K followers at this point was extremely hard earned. I've been doing things that not exactly are viral. In fact, my most successful posts really don't have anything to do with miniatures. I have one that has to do with K-drama, and some of my food ones do well. A few of them, of my miniature ones, have done really well. And lately, the post about my stolen best of show ribbon is basically gone pretty much viral. But, you know, just as it's just the way it worked out, that just as I am doing well, they decided to ban TikTok. So super. So I just used basic black beads for the eyes and just jam them in there. Hopefully they'll stay in there. I don't usually play with the dolls very much, so to speak, and so he's not going to be manipulated too much. And I'm hoping that the flocking process that I'm going to use to cover him will also help in securing his eyes in there even further once he's baked and dry. So I'm just smoothing on his little neck. Excuse me. And yeah, so as I'm doing that, his face is so soft from being manipulated that I actually even make him further lopsided. But, you know, that's the price we pay, I guess, for not doing it patiently and just trying to immediately get the satisfaction of creating something without taking the time to plan it, because that's what I do as somebody with severe ADHD. But either way, he's still cute, even though he's imperfect. So now I'm kind of adding a little weight to his little body. And people are like, what is that, a mouse? I'm like, no, it's a stoat. I am in love. There is a account somewhere. I don't know what her name is, but she comes up on my FYP, and she has baby stoats. I mean, well, not baby stoats, but pet stoats. And she's Russian, and I remember them when I lived in Europe. They're just the cutest little things in the world, even though they are vicious killers. But I love them. I have always loved them, and I keep telling my husband that if he doesn't get me a stoat, I will leave him. Anyway, and I also threaten my friends on Facebook frequently by posting videos and saying, where is my stoat? You are sucky friends. But I guess I'll just have to make my own because, you know, I can't have my personal weasel. And, yeah, so here's his little tail. I decided to use just jewelry wire for his armature. It's bendable. I hopefully won't be bending it so much that it will actually snap eventually. But it's really hard to find any type of commercially made armatures for critters this tiny. So yeah, so I've got his little arms and feet put in. I've got his little tail. I'm gonna put hair on his tail later. I haven't done that, you know. I haven't in this video. You won't see that part. So yeah, I'm pretty upset about this ban. What do you guys think about it? I am just gonna continue posting. I was thinking of going to Lemonade, but you can only do 1-minute videos on there. So I don't know if it's YouTube that I'm gonna go to with, you know, my various project videos, or if I'm gonna just go back to Instagram. Instagram also has limits on their video length. So so frustrating. So I've got his little feets I'll put in there. They're not perfect, but I might make him some little shoes, so I'm still thinking about that. I do not clothe him in this video yet, but that will be the next step. So here he has been baked, and I am coating him with glue. And I found this, I didn't want to get regular, like, you know, traditional flocking stuff, because you need to get all this, you know, you have to get like a a thing that will create some sort of static to make the little thing stand up and the little fibers stand up. So I just got this really cheap little flocking kit from Amazon that is for flocking your Christmas ornaments. And I think it worked pretty fine. I mean, he's not super fluffy, but he has the appearance of having fine hair on him. But it's just a process of painting glue on him, and then I tried at first to use a brush to apply the flocking, but that didn't work very well. So I just apply it with my fingers. I'm not too fussy about how fine his body looks since he's going to be wearing some little clothes. So I'm just mostly focusing on having a decent face. So I'm using a needle here to make sure his eyes stay clear and shiny. And I am also reapplying flocking where it is very thin. So as you can see, he's got a little white belly and he is brown. He's pretty cute, I think, even though his face is lopsided and his ears are crooked. So I'm using some pastels here to apply onto his face for some shading and a little bit of variation in the color, because nobody is just straight brown, no critter. They have some variations. And I also put a little bit of white on the tips of his ears, and I'm trying to define the line here where his little muzzle turns into his little mouth. So there you go. Floofing that on, just black pastels, and then I'm doing the edges in white pastel. And now I'm just using a Sharpie to color in his little nose. And I probably should have used paint because I can't get the Sharpie into some of the little crevices, and his mouth looks pretty rough. But oh well, that's just me. Imperfect is what I do. So there you go. He's got a little mouth, and we'll give him some little whisker spots, and there you go. And yeah, so we're gonna brush off some of that stuff, clean out his eyes a little bit more with a needle, and then there you go. He looks pretty cute from one side to the other side, but if you look at him face on, he's a little lopsided. But so is Miss Townsend, so they just go together really well. My little first endeavor into felting was Miss Townsend, and this is my first endeavor into flocking. So he's pretty cute, right?